great picture. What a great sight. The colossal Indianapolis Motor Speedway from high above. And we're almost ready to get things started here at the Brickyard. Before we do, Townsend, who do you like the look of today based on what you've seen thus far?
Oh, so much to study here and try to figure out. But give me Marcus Ericsson. He's got the freshest used reds because he didn't make qualifying round 3. He starts 7th.
I'm thinking Alex Palou. He's starting on the reds, and he is so good here. He's been on the podium before. He's the guy I'm looking at.
We've had 4 different winners from 4 races. Will we make it 5 today? Let's go trackside for the command. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 Olympic and Paralympic Games will be presented across NBC Universal, and the Olympic swimming trials will be held in Indianapolis in June. Please welcome Olympic swimmer, Indiana native Drew Kibler for the command for today's Gmr Grand Prix.
Drivers, start your engines!
Nothing like that when the drivers, the teams are given the command to fire up these 750 horsepower Indycars, and they are fired, ready to go. We bring you the Gmr starting grid and want to pay extra attention to 21-year-old Danish driver Christian Lundgaard. That's his car right at the front there, of course, the high-speed Honda. He becomes the first Danish driver to ever win a pole position in Indycar history. Well done, young man.
Did it in spectacular fashion yesterday, but look at teammates Jack Harvey there in row 2 and Graham Rahal in row 4. At the start of this IndyCar season, none of those 3 populated anywhere near the top 10 as Christian Lundgaard stalls to start this formation lap.
The top rookie there, Marcus Armstrong, on the inside of row 6. They'll get that 45 started up, and off he goes. A couple of Andretti Autosport cars further back in the grid than we're used to seeing. Not the pace we've seen out of that squad so far this season, guys. Bit of a rough qualifying. Can they make it up today?
Wow. So Lundgaard got fired and almost went into the side of Kyle Kirkwood.
Yeah, that was a little too close for Marty. Kevin coming off back-to-back second place finishes. Romain Grosjean came into Indy with high hopes. We're right on board with the Auto Nation on board with Grosjean, but it has been a weekend of disappointment and a fiery weekend for the 2018. This was after qualifying yesterday. He was extremely upset with the traffic in qualifying. Felt like he couldn't get a clean lap. In fact, said to the team, this is 3 straight weeks. We've got to do a better job of getting out. People have to get out of my way as well. Lee, no doubt, he has been fast this year. He has been fast at this racetrack as well, but Grosjean trying to keep it tempered, starting 18th. It'll be a fun guy to watch this afternoon.
The pre-race show on Indianapolis 500 morning is back from 9 a.m. Eastern to 11, and then we really get into the lead up for the 107th running of the Indianapolis 500. There is the 2023 Honda Civic Type R leading all 27
テキサスモータースピードウェイみたいな感じには見えるオーバルではないけど、そんなに全体が見えないの、客席
見えない、すごい施設が良すぎて中にもスタンドがあるから見えない。広いのもあるし、ここ2マイルオーバル、テキサス 1.5 マイルだ。
Red tires, so he'll be one to watch early to see just how long those softer red Firestones can hang on to this racetrack.
And no, they haven't changed the shape of the Honda Civic Type R. That is not the Honda Civic Type R leading the field to green, by the way. So we'll talk more about that later. We need to talk about racing right now because this is exciting stuff. And make no mistake about it, that the driver field, they want a good result here to put themselves in a positive frame of mind for the month of May. Felix Rosenquist on the outside, that smart stop Chevrolet for Arrow McLaren, right alongside pole sitter and the youngster Christian Lundgaard, and he's trying to hustle him a little bit, trying to hassle him, trying to intimidate him as they come to green. And Alex Palou in that blue and white Honda for Chip Ganassi racing the American Legion car, ready to go. Diving for pit lane is Benjamin Peterson, one of the rookies, but getting a terrific start is the pole man. Christian Lundgaard got a flyer of a start, and Palou is going with him on the inside.
A lot of cars protecting up against the concrete wall. Drivers right now, they fan out 5 wide, and it's Alex Palou challenging Lundgaard, but having to back out.
Look at Chip with problems further back, though. Palou's in some trouble. He is stuck in the middle of that field.
Graham Rahal looks like like he's got damage to the right rear.
レイホールか。
A lot of chaos there in turn 1 and 2. We've seen it before, but everyone's still going in the right direction as they file through the 5-6 chicane. Too wide. There's a car going wide. That's Stingray Rob.
So Palou tucks into second behind.
Side by side.
Whoa. Good work. Rossi got around there. No problem. Stayed on track. Palou for the lead of the race on the opening lap. Alex Palou in the 10, the American Legion Honda.
これ一番2番
The first lap of the
丸
GMR
か何2番でいいの
Let's see how long he leads.
Sure.
Christian Lundgaard coming back on him. This is
Lundgaard,
the primary
yeah.
versus the alternates. Lundgaard versus
Lundgaard.
Palou.
ポールポジションの
Right,
分が
American Legion Honda into turn 1.
Blow on that softer, grippier red Firestone tire, but that is for now. How fast, how quickly will that red tire wear out? Where does the advantage start to fall into Lundgaard's lap? Right now, for sure, you want to be on sticker reds to make moves.
And this is so important
マ
as
ル
we see
パスはだい
Alexander
ぶ下でさっき言ってたの。
Quest down into turn 7
Here he
again.
comes. Here he comes. He is also on those red wall alternate tyres, unlike his teammate. So Rossi and Palou are on the move early, Kevin, as you'd expect.
And Grant Rahal's good starting position, the best all year, goes away just like that.
Rahal.
Must be a puncture. Looks like the car is okay. They're not going to change the way.
Ah.
And he is
丸ハンドマン
we got more trouble on the track.
Big trouble amongst the teammates. David Malukas, Stingray Rob. What has happened to these two young guys?
Well, look here to the right front of Stingray Rob. Look, I think he put down for Cameron there. Perhaps there was contact.
Dale Point Racing with HMD Motorsport. Dale Point Racing with Rick Ware Racing. This is not meant to be a sight. Two team cars stop on just the second lap of a race.
They had qualified right near each other.
Got to make sure that whenever they leave our repair shop, they're going to make it home to their families safely.
Helping our neighbors since 1926.
ポ
Firestone
ケモンは
Complete
またなん
Auto
か
Care.
2時間後に
Invention is an act of determination.
ゲーム近くですね。
そこ
Achieve goals once
廊
and
下行ったら
That's why
Oh,
Honda
cool.
engineers just redesigned the pilot trail sport. Arsenal checks their first title in 1980.
なんか面白いことがなんかアレマル
You're
が
watching NBC's
クラッ
coverage
シュ
of
したって
INDYCAR
出
brought to
て
you
あ
by
ーアレマルと思ってたら
Chance to see a little bit of a replay. What happened?
I mean, it's turn 7. It's a very inviting corner, and I mean, Stingray was battling with Grosjean there, and unfortunately, I kind of got collected in that. Yeah, I mean, just clipped that rear left tire. It's been unfortunate, especially as teammates. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. From my side, I was already halfway through the corner, did not see him at all, and yeah, I mean, they're coming way too quick. Even if I wasn't there, he would have gone flying with Grosjean. So I mean, it's just really unfortunate for us. But I mean, I had some sort of incident that was similar to that lap previous with McLaughlin. It's just, yeah, I mean, nothing against Stingray. He kind of just mistimed that a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. We move on.
Thank you, David.
Two cars from the same team out on the second lap of this GMR Grand Prix. That's not what Dale Coyne and his inspired start. He's there ahead of the three Arrow McLaren Chevrolets. Let's go back to racing here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Look at Alexander Rossi. He is hungry and on the prowl, drafting up behind Jack Harvey. Looking to the inside now.
Harvey, will he defend? Certainly Palou does. Harvey runs deep
Oh, no,
on the brakes with a massive lockup and makes the turn.
How did he make
Each car has, and you can deploy it in up to 20-second bits. The black, yellow, and blue machine there. Colton Herter on the inside of Marcus Ericsson. Kyle hits Will Power and turns him around.
Scott, excuse me, Will Power drove Kyle Kirkwood pretty wide at the exit there. Kirkwood on the grass makes it hard for him to control his car, and the two come together.
You see the desperation of the moves from these to get in and get those tires changed.
Doesn't look terrible for Jack Harvey up ahead through the S's, Marty, but gotta think the vibrations extreme on the straightaway.
Yeah, Jack Harvey struggling with that and goes to Lundgaard with +6 at the start of the race. That was Tim Sanders on the radio saying, hey, there's a black spotted tire, go after him. Meanwhile, his teammate Will Power, the last car on the lead lap now, 20 seconds behind, and 24th. All he said, Hinch on the radio, was, what was that about? Anyway, it's there, but it doesn't look undrivable. He's on push to pass, he's holding off Will Power. Meanwhile, Palou is saying, so long on these reds for now.
He did prevail in qualifying the majority of this weekend. Here he is, updating you on a couple of other drivers, notably from AJ Foyt Racing. Benjamin Peterson, you remember he came in coming to the green flag. He had radio issues. Meanwhile, his teammate Santino Ferrucci, who loves racing here at the Speedway, has made up 11 positions from his starting spot in the Sexton Properties Chevrolet. Santino Ferrucci is flying.
And what you're seeing is the difference in pace between these alternates and primaries. It's much bigger than what we've seen in other races so far this year. You have to run both compounds throughout the race. So drivers like Pelot and Rossi, then even AK now will have these alternate advantage because at some point they've got all their primaries on and suffer through the stint with the slower tire. So great job from Pelot to get that lead. Not only can he control the pace, try and open that gap, but in clean air town said he's going to be able to get a sense for what is Lukegaard dealing with on the flat tire in terms of balance. And then on board with Rossi, Marty, tell us about the 45. With David Letterman in the house today watching his young driver, they're trying to keep him calm and remind him the strategy that we chose. Even though we're on the pole, we're on those primary tires, trying to keep the young driver from Denmark on the 18 to go.
The rest will be quicker for a while, but we're hoping they'll fall off and we'll be able to get control. Has deemed Kyle Kirkwood avoidable contact. That is going to hurt the Andretti Autosport Honda driver in his overall race picture. And he has to drop behind the 12 of Will Power, who, as Marty mentioned earlier, at that stage was the last one on the list.
I had to call someone after I finished second here last year to remind them how big of a deal it is, and they need to cover me back home, but certainly covering it.
ここインディアナポリス行ったことある。
Here's the thing they're watching. They are on those primary tires. And yes, Alex Pelot has checked out to almost a 5-second lead over him. But Townsend, what they're noticing is that from 6 on back, they have a massive gap over Joseph Newgarden and those guys. So traditionally, you want to get off those primary tires. I think they're thinking, let's run long here and match what Alex.
So he dives in a couple quick laps since Alex Pelot hit it. Can he close that gap all the way?
I'm surprised they're on the Indycar. We don't know what's on the tires, but yeah, how counter thought is this coming into the weekend that they might go with a shorter stint on the alternate tires or primary might be the way to go. Scott McLaughlin also on pit road as well.
Yeah, you see there wasn't enough Alex Pelot, the blue and white car down in the bottom corner of your screen. You see Christian Lukegaard's going to come out, but he's got that little bit of tire pace advantage now for these first 10 laps on those alternates. So it's going to sort of even out, I think.
Had a text message and a voicemail from David Letterman after winning his first ever pole. Not a first for Christian Lukegaard this weekend. Not only the pole, but also the first time he has ever led a rolling start to a green flag.
The championship lead, Taylor Kyle there in the box saying, hey, we need to make these tyres last as long as possible. Doing a good job, keep it going, but look after those things.
It's an interesting situation back up front with Graham Rahal and Christian Lukegaard. Rahal last pitted on lap 4, but then he had the caution for 3 laps.
They'd like to make it that far.
They got 3 wide with Scott McLaughlin and Marcus Armstrong in turn 1. And that was a primary shot car on a set of on 2 cars on alternate, so already
now he can make it with 1 more additional stop, going 50 laps to the finish. But I think for Lukegaard, he's going to hang on, wait for Benjamin Peterson to either let him by or maybe pit, and keep an eye on his Alex Pelot.
すごいやつ。熱暴走って大体止まるのがGoProだから。
そうなの？
まあでも今一応動いてる。
でもじゃあどうしてるの？
電池も30分ぐらいしか持たないしないやつは。でかいやつ。洗濯機とかいらんわ。
あれは AC のまま使ってるって。
まあままじゃないけどインバーターでなんかやってる。
Two very distinct lines. You see it now on the right-hand side as well, on the right front.
And this is the surprise for everybody. Pato O'Ward only has 5th. Struggling here with those used tires.
Not struggling too much as he goes side by side with Felix Rosenquist into 10. Wow.
Wow.
Let's take you to some radio on the 5. Let's have a
Goes past by Lugard.
That was code to Pato.
ロードコース
Just stay out there. We'll be pitting soon. I want to give a shout out to
普通
Roman
はいない
Grosjean,
でも
who
ト
has
ロ
been
ントとかつけ
extremely
てたんですス
frustrated
ポッ
this
ター
weekend, but the Frenchman has worked
う
his
ち
way
らが見ると
into
ころ
the
の
top
コーナー
10. This is a
ステ
driver
ィー
who's
ルが
coming
ス
off
ポッ
back
ター
to
やっ
back
てた
second
りしてた
place
り
finishes in the NTT
だからい
INDYCAR
つも同
series.
じ場所
It
に
has
いた
been
ああ、
consistency. Yes, the
そう
first
そう
two races ended in crashes, but he has been very good. He's been the best in morning warm-up. It was legitimately fast. And Alexander Rossi did
Lugar
his
de
thing to go with a
Eva,
great race
come on.
result here this afternoon.
映画2つ
ルンドガー
Time is yours to make the most of it. In one race,
in our spring savings event and choose the phone you want,
ムジェ
like
ロ
the
F2
incredible
で
iPhone 14
こ
on
れやっ
us.
たんだよね
Verizon.
ムジェロあ、普通のムジェロでってことかヨーロッパ
And for
その時のチャンピオンシップリーダーの殻の色って
try Firestone tires for 90 days.
ああ、そうなん
Not
だ
fully satisfied, we'll refund or replace. Whatever you drive, drive on Firestone.
How
2
close
人は
do
じ
you
ゃあ
like it? Take a look at this on pit stop rotation.
どう来る
Pato
か
Award, Alex Palou, Christian Lundgaard. 3 youngsters in the NTT INDYCAR series all fighting it out. And
All the excellence that he's shown all weekend, frankly.
You know,
そうだもん
is
だ
technically off strategy, but it's not by much, guys. A little bit.
Break, so Lugard has to make the tires work now because they're going to be a handful in about another 10 laps.
で11号車もういるよ
Oh.
Laps on this run, award
すご
on
い
the primary tires, as we mentioned a moment ago. So this will be the short stint.
ルンガード、イロ
Timing
と
gains
ア
around
ームス
early.
トロ
And if you
ン
look at Graham Rahal there in the 15, you can see him looking in his mirror, his teammate to Christian Lundgaard.
ゾ
Graham
ゾ
Rahal
ジョー
probably studying
もうい
Alex
るよ
Palou and going to make sure he helps his teammate if he can at all.
He's having to lift so much, he's making a fuel number right now.
this race,
Pedro
racing
Piquet.
at the front of the field instead of being in 17th or 18th or 21st.
Ato.
Here comes Palou.
Marino
Palou on the left
Cuomo.
of your screen, inside Graham Rahal, fairly straightforward into turn.
This stint,
ヒュース
this
ト
was
ン
a
の
black
方
tire stint.
Yeah, this one definitely hurts.
What should be the final stop of the day with 26 to go here.
You've got sticker alternates, softer and faster, a 18 to go.
And they have run long on every stint, Hinge, but with these...
Not quite close enough.
But crucially, that was the last pull of push to pass that Christian Lundgaard had to
He's
defend.
out.
Opportunities there in that montage of drama to start his season is missing Texas.
この辺周辺の
In
人
the
は
top 4, second, third, and
行
fourth.
く気になればいつでも行けるから
Shout out.
Campaign and do it with authority. Look at that, 15 seconds out in front. The 26-year-old Spaniard, quietly spoken, but as soon as that helmet goes on, he goes to work in the most emphatic way. And look at this, Alex Palou comes onto the front straight here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Alex Palou wins the Gmr Grand Prix in Indy for Chip Ganassi Racing in the American Legion Honda.
Yeah, boys. Thank you so much.
That's how you begin a campaign in the month of May.
We talked about it. I mean, he had a great test here in the open test. The car looked very strong. Comes here to the Gmr
ローマクラーレン
wins
す
it.
ごい
うん